Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips with a brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shop video today. Taking to go out, take see what things come out, take see what things are on sale. Today though, new release-wise, there's a couple things coming out. I don't think there's going to be a lot of things changed out in like Walmart, but we shall see if any of the stuff is. I know Eddington is releasing today, and that's one too I know for sure will be in Barnes & Noble because they always have all the A24 releases, but I usually see a lot of them as well at Walmart, so it might get switched out today or they might put it out next Tuesday. Also, I know they're releasing a newer edition of History of Violence today. I believe it's a 4K. And then they are going to release the Cronenberg movie, The Shrouds. That's another one that I have to look the release. I just saw on Blu-ray.com was going to actually get a physical release because I didn't know if it was. It was one of those ones that looked like it might have not ended up getting a physical release. Also, if you guys have not had a chance to check out my film Desert Fiends, I know I'm always talking about it, but you guys can check out the link for the Tubi. You guys can watch it on Tubi. It's also available on Amazon Prime, but I generally just promote the Tubi one because I feel like that's like the easiest one for people to watch it on, but I'll have a link below for that as well. Also, at the end of this video is going to be a bunch of brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews for some things that received a review and talk about for you guys, so definitely stay tuned for those as well. But anyway though, guys, let's get going and see what we can find today. Into the first Target we go, and this one still seems to be pretty much all of the Halloween things in here still. Like, well, they have some of these, like, oh no, here's some of the Christmassy things that they're starting to put in here. A few like headbands and like the bath bombs and stuff like that. And let's take a look over here though at the books, where the movies used to be. It looks like they actually changed out quite a few new things in here. This Christmas Tree Farm one, Swimpy Kid, The Widow, that Filthy Animal one. I don't think I remember seeing that. Yeah, I think these were all kind of switched out. I think it's all M. Night Shyamalan one there. But yeah, they're all like, it looks like they're all switched out. And here's the turd mags in here. And I always say too, it's less and less of them now because of so many of them that have closed down. We'll take a look though in the back, see anything different toys wise though, we shall see. But yeah, taking a look back here though, doesn't look like anything that I don't recall, seeing in the last couple weeks. They have like, it seems like they've been getting more and more of those Coraline, these ones. The one that's hard to find is like the figure one that's kind of in a packaging like this. It's like see-through. That one you don't see too much anymore, but you see so many of these ones. I feel like they've been getting more and more of those. But in here though, yeah, the only thing different I see is this Art the Clown one I've seen a couple weeks. But I ordered this in like a 3-pack that had like the 2 other new release ones, so I'm waiting for that one to hopefully come at some point soon. But yeah, I feel like these are going to be the ones that you see all the time, these Mr. Miracles. See, there's 4 of the Mr. Miracles, and like all these ones are Sandmans, and these were all Nightmaster ones. So these are ones you're going to see a lot. This is a newer one, the Black Mask one. I'm still trying to find the rainbow one. I found the pink one that just came out, but there's a rainbow Batman too. Other than that, I think that's all the new color ones that I've been trying to find. It doesn't look like anything else new over here though, from what I can tell though. Into Walmart we go, and you guys can see now, I don't know if I've mentioned that, but now you can see it's all totally finished, redoing the, because they, repaving everything, because I think like 2 weeks or so ago, I was showing you guys it was all messed up. But we're going to head on in and see anything different today. We shall see. That's really funny. There's like a Silence of the Lambs t-shirt, but they like changed the color of it, and it's like this weird like purple to it. That's so weird. And then the Pennywise one, but that's so funny that I've never seen a Silence of the Lambs one with that color look to it. They like totally changed it. But we're gonna head back. I have not peeked or anything, but I don't know. I don't think there's gonna be much changed out today. We shall see though. I feel like Eddington though is definitely one that they would have in here because they usually do have A24 stuff. So we shall see. But I am expecting that perhaps what they'll do is put it out next week, because I know next week there's a bunch of things coming out. I'm pretty sure I saw. Let's see if there's anything changed. Also can see if there's anything different figure-wise over here. Let's see. Heading on over. It looks like they have all the Back to the Future Steelbooks in now because they were gone for a while. I saw some of them missing, so I have all 3 of them here. Part 1, 2, and 3 here, all $24.96 for those ones. Let's see. Other than that, though, was anything changed here? They might not have had this out last week, this edition, but I think everything else is still the same here. Let's check over here. anything else was changed in this one. Because I think last week they didn't have these switched out, like Jurassic Reborn wasn't changed out. And it's really cool they have the Joe Bob one in here. There is a Blu-ray available for that one as well. This Osiris one, Scary Girl, She Rides Shotgun, Sketch, and then the George and Mandy. So these ones were all last week. Let's see though how it looks over here too, with the toys in here, what's left. Oh, so yeah, in here, let's see, they still have all of the Ben Cooper ones, but all the figures of art sold. The Neca ones still have some of these ones available though. Let's see, other than that though, let me check over here, see anything different down here figure wise. Oh yeah, oh look, they actually have down here this one. So here's this one. And I was able to find this about 2 weeks ago, but this is the really cool Art the Clown bloody one. So this is the one that everyone's trying to find, but really, really cool one here. I think it's $34.99, but it looks like they are going to have them here too, down in this area. And then they have H2O, that's the other new one. And then the Riddler one, I've seen this one already. Other than that, though, all the same stuff over here though. But yeah, in here though, they have a lot of different ones in this location. So they still have some of the Daredevil. I showed that one last week. And they have the one that has the magic card, Spider-Man. The one down here with Venom, they have that one. Nothing else different changed in, but I saw a bunch of boxes and stuff. So there's a lot of things getting stocked over here. But let's look, so you guys can see like a lot of different things getting stocked. Let's check down here. Anything mixed in down here different? Yeah, I saw this one last time. I don't think I showed it in the video. The Spider-Man, the Cyborg one, the Electro. This one, Spider-Man Unlimited. This is a different one. And then this one, Spider-Boy. And I think this one, Gameverse one. Other than that, though, that seems to be all the main new ones. Into the next Target we go. Yeah, this one's got a bunch more Christmas stuff out. Little trees now. These little things, mats. And then these like Thanksgiving little turkey, like tiny little slippers down there. These are funny. Little candles. I guess these are like gingerbread houses you can draw onto. So those are funny, like DIY, and you like have like a pen and you draw, and that's kind of funny. Different size ones and stuff. Yeah, I remember last year we got the little ones that you know were pre-put together, and they had all these bugs in them and stuff. Taking a look over here though, there's these like teeny tiny Spider-Mans. These are real small looking ones. I never like stuff when they're this tiny. Little Venom one though, I definitely don't think I saw those before. This is a newer one too. I think this at one point was only on Amazon, I believe. Let's see down here though. I see a bunch of Batmans. So let's see. Oh yeah, see, this is a good one here, but I already have it. I already found this pink suit one. But that means though that they probably had the rainbow one in here and it went a little while ago. Try to make sure I don't see it anywhere though. There's a ton of these ones, the Superman robot. Look at how many of the Superman robots they have. That's crazy. But yeah, I found this pink suit one probably about a week ago. This is actually one of the really hard ones to get. This one and then the rainbow one. That's the only one I'm still trying to find. Just trying to make sure I check. This one was okay though too. This kind of like a standard Batman one. But yeah, just really making sure I pay attention. It's not like hidden anywhere or anything like that, because they must have just gotten that in. This is another better one too. I found this a little while back too, the Weapons X Wolverine one. Like I said, I don't think anything else though, but pretty cool seeing the pink suit one though. I did see over here too, they have the new, there's a bunch of these new Simpsons dolls that are supposed to be out. This is the one new Bart wearing like the, I can't remember what this was. This one when he was jumping over the gorge. This is like one of his looks. I cannot remember when he had that one. But they have that one, but there's like, I think at least 5 or 6 more in that line that I have yet to see. This is a newer sort of retro Star Wars one here as well. Nothing different Simpsons wise. Let's check. Let's check back here too and make sure there was nothing randomly back here, because sometimes there are Sometimes there are spillovers back here. It's always weird too when you walk by, there's all these farts back, because there's all these fugly ones fart now, certain ones of them. But yeah, looking back here, doesn't look like I see anything different, but I can tell, and I'm not seeing, these are the ones, I showed these, I believe, last week. See, here's the farting going on. But yeah, I'm just making sure there's, see, just making sure there's no ones hidden back here. Doesn't look like it though, but there is another Target in the area though that I'll look at. So maybe that one, you know, got some of the newer ones as well. Into the next Walmart we go. We'll see anything different in this one though. We shall see. The Halloween section, still pretty much stuff in it. You know, it's not getting that picked over yet. Let's see, that's funny. That, always remember that old wig like that. Let's see though, we'll head back though. Yeah, this is still pretty much stuff left though. And especially, yeah, costumes are still there, and candy, it's really filled up. So definitely a lot of stuff still. We'll see though anything different here today. We'll head back though, see anything different back here. This is one of the ones where you can see everything though, so I can finally see the back of this one. Yeah, I don't know much at all about this one at all. Linda Hamilton? I think Linda Hamilton's in it, it looks like. Yeah, like I said, I don't know much about this one at all. If you guys have watched this one, let me know how this one was. And then this one, like I said, there is a Blu-ray available, but so cool to see a Joe Bob Briggs one in here. But yeah, this is like one of the few ones you can actually look at the back of all this stuff too. Sketch. And this was the other one, this Jurassic Reborn. That was an Asylum one. That was last week as well. Other than that, though, they have oh, they switched out the Christmas, though. So this is newer. So then they have, you know, Spencer Breslin, and Cat in the Hat. So that's always cool. But let's see. This is a newer 2-pack. I don't remember seeing it. Has Christmas Story, the new one, and then the original. This Vacation collection here. Charlie Brown, Veggie Tales, Home Alone. Yeah, so they definitely just switched this out for the Christmas stuff. Let's see anything down here. See, here's this one down here. Yeah, these are kind of weirder ones to see here. A lot of these ones were at Target. Let me just move them back to how they were though. Let's see over here too. Yeah, pretty much the same stuff from what I can tell though. But yeah, what's funny though is this location you see though, they don't have any of those like Spider-Man figures that the other one had. They have these ones like the Spider-Man 77, but they don't have any of the ones with like the big card back ones. But yeah, it doesn't seem to be anything different from what I can tell in here today though. I did see this one though. I found this one a couple weeks back. It's one of the newer retro re-release ones. The other one here, the Chrome Dome one, that one is the other one that's hard to find. I've not seen that one yet, but I know that was re-released along with this Snake one, you know, a couple weeks back. So I ended up going over to a Five Below. I was looking for these new trolls that I had heard people had found. And luckily enough, I ended up coming across them in there. They're very cool. They're these new, you know, like movie-related trolls. So there's a Chucky one. There is a Michael Myers one here. And they're all $5. Back to the Future, Marty McFly one. They didn't do a Doc Brown one. I don't know if they're going to do more. And then the Alan Grant one here as well. Oh, yeah, and then the other one was the Frankenstein one. I found all 5 of them in there, and this is the final Frankenstein one. So really cool. These are, I believe, Five Below exclusives. These cool troll ones for $5. Into the next Target we go. Yeah, the last one I went to, I couldn't show anything. They were like blasting music, but it was funny though. They were playing that. They do what they want to do, say what they want to say, live how they want to live, play how they want to play, dance how they want to dance. Addams Family. You never hear that song, so it's kind of funny. I was playing in the last one. The one good thing though is in Targets, I haven't been seeing as often those phone people. The ones that like say, "Oh girl, what kind of cell phone do you have?" Like, it's weird. I used to always see them, and they were like in all of the locations around this area, but I don't think they're here as much anymore, which is good. Because I used to always have to like ditch certain ways and walk in certain weird ways to hide and everything. So let's see though, anything different in here today. Let's head back and see. So let's see. Back here, like anything, let's see. I think they're over here. So let's see. Starman one. A lot of those Mr. Miracles, like I was saying. These are always something always falls down. It's like you can't, everything is like that song, and it comes tumbling down. You can't touch anything without tumbling. Mr. Miracle, and remember this Ambush Bug. So I think, like I said, those are the ones we're going to see a lot of, is Mr. Miracles. Those ones. All locations seem to be having the Wolverine one today, though, I've been noticing. Let's see. And then these small ones. Let's check over here, though. See over here. A lot of different Squishmallows lately of like different character ones. These are Toy Story ones here. Simpsons seems to be the same stuff. That's a newer thing here. I don't know if I showed this one to you guys. It's like a place that like folds into like a turtle thing. That's kind of cool. But let's check back here though and see if there's anything different in this one. And sometimes too, people can put the figures back here. So sometimes you come across them. Let's see. I see Fallout. I know I showed these about a week or so back. Let's see. Anything different? There's a buy two Neca ones and Kid Robot ones. This is one you don't see. This came out a while back. Like, when did this release? A couple years back, this one. I'm pretty sure these ones that were kind of like this kind of look to them. But you don't see this one too often. There's a Howling one here. Some of these, though, are showing up, though, in Ross. I know people have been saying. But there doesn't look like anything. What is that? I don't know. Oh, is this a new one? This Predator one? Yeah, I don't know if I remember seeing this big Predator one. I think this might be a newer one. Into the final Walmart we go. But yeah, and this one though, this thing I don't think all the locations have. There's like this Terrifier desk mat thing. This one, and then there's like a Terrifier blanket. Like I said, I don't know if all the locations have had that one because I don't feel like I remember seeing it. And what's funny too is this Art the Clown with the glasses, I think on the Trick or Treat website, that one I believe had sold out. It was surprisingly enough. But they're all very cool, these figures, trying to make sure they don't get squiggled up, because people always say like, make sure you put them back the way they were. So I do my best, but you see some things are a little strange, the way they fall down and stuff. But yeah, it doesn't look like anything too different here from what I can tell. And then over here, though, I didn't see anything different. This one doesn't lock the stuff up either, but I didn't see anything different from what I could tell in here. Seems like all the same stuff. I didn't see anything else randomly mixed in. And then these ones, I guess they sold out of Sketch. Those ones, I guess they didn't get in, or they sold out. But yeah, still cool to see this one here as well still. Anyway, though, guys, that was all for my brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shop video today. Like I always say, if you guys enjoy these shopping videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Also, in the comments below, let me know what you guys picked up on DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K if you guys ended up picking up anything today. Also, let me know if you guys saw anything this past weekend in theaters, or if you guys watched anything recently on streaming. I did see this weekend, I got to see an early screening for Begonia, the new Yorgos film, you know, who directed Poor Things and Kinds of Kindness, and it has Emma Stone in the movie, Jesse Plemons. The movie was absolutely incredible. Like, out of the kind of, like, it's that, you know, Yorgos's movies are the kind of stuff that I really, really like. And this one, the story, I just loved it. It was so good, and just so, and like, I don't want to ruin anything about it, but it is 100,000% worth watching. At least it's the kind of thing that I really liked. The other one that I saw was The Black Phone 2, which I will say is definitely better than the first one. I like the first movie a lot, but the new one, it was way more interesting and more of like a Freddy kind of thing with him coming back. I don't know. I liked it. I really did. I thought it was actually pretty creepy. But you can tell, though, that the director definitely likes that movie Curtains, because there is like an ice skating scene on there that's so much like Curtains. It's like the same sort of thing. Even they even did a shot of the feet similar to Curtains. It was kind of similar. And then the other movie that I saw was Good Fortune, with the, you know, Aziz Ansari's film with Seth Rogen and Keanu Reeves, and that was fun. I really liked that one. I know that one kind of had a delay and stuff too, so I'm glad that one released. But that was actually really, really fun. But let me know, guys, if you saw any of the films, what you guys saw. But now stay tuned for the brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews. And the first one I got here is from 20th Century Studios. This is the brand new 35th anniversary here of the film Edward Scissorhands, and this is the really cool new Steelbook release, which includes the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the digital code of the film, which is crazy now. The movie is 35 years old. Like, I remember this movie so well when this came out. Like, especially, like, I remember, too, like, as a kid, like, the soundtrack to this, you know, Danny Elfman's score, like, I remember listening to that so many times. Like, that, like, as a little kid, that was one I listened to all the time. I listened to that Hook one so many times, but especially that Danny Elfman's, you know, as Scissorhands was one that I listened to probably the most. On here, though, feature-wise, it has a commentary track with the director, commentary track with Danny Elfman, the composer, and a featurette as well. Let me show you guys, though, a look inside here at the Steelbook. So here's a look, though, inside for this. And if you guys have never seen Edward Scissorhands, this is one of those movies where it's kind of like, well, how have you never seen it? But if you haven't, you definitely have got to watch it. It's basically, though, about this family. It's one woman, Dianne Wiest's character, who's going around selling Avon, and she goes to kind of sees this house up on the hill and goes in there and basically discovers that Edward's living in there by himself, and basically she brings him home to stay with her family. And it's kind of like she sort of kind of tries to help him, and he has scars on his face, and it's basically just kind of what happens. And it's a really interesting movie. I've watched this movie, like I said, so many times throughout the years, but it's a really cool brand new Steelbook release of Edward Scissorhands. The next one's here. These ones are all, this one's from moviezing.com, and I'll have a link below where you guys can order this one for the best price. This is one that I saw in theaters as well, and it's a movie here called Honey Don't, and this is from Universal. I like this movie. This one kind of came and went. I feel like not a lot of people have seen this one, but it's from Ethan Coen, and he co-wrote this with his wife, Trisha Cook, and I like this movie. It's basically, though, it has Margaret Qualley, Aubrey Plaza, Charlie Day, and Chris Evans. And it's kind of about, like, Margaret Qualley's characters investigating this people that had kind of died involved with this church. And it's one of those kind of, like, movies where it's, like, all these different kind of characters, and you're kind of realizing that there's some bad things going on with kind of everybody in a sense. And it's kind of one of those kind of things. It all takes place in this small town. I really like this one. I thought it was really well acted, but it's basically Margaret Qualley is this kind of private eye detective trying to solve the case and get to the bottom of the whole thing, and she realizes there's a whole lot of kind of going on with this church and everything, and then she ends up meeting Aubrey Plaza's character, who's a police officer, and then they kind of have a relationship going on. I like this, though. I thought this was really well done, and like I said, this one here is called Honey Don't. The next one here, this one was from Dread Central Presents, from Epic Pictures' Dread Presents line, and it's a movie here called Diced Reloaded. This is an interesting movie. Now, I was trying to figure out exactly what Diced Reloaded meant. So it's basically, there was a movie called Diced that was an hour-long film that came out like a couple of years back. And this is like the movie, but expanded. So it's a lot of the same footage from Dice, but then some new scenes, like a new wraparound and a couple other things that were added to it, and things like that as well. But basically, this is about this sort of killer that breaks out of the nut house and puts on sort of scarecrow type makeup and is going around and kind of killing people. And that's essentially what it was. But I liked it. It was, set in the 80s and has some pretty cool music in here as well. But it definitely, has a Terrifier. If you guys are a fan of Terrifier, especially part 2, it has that kind of vibe to it a lot. Like I said, this one here is called Dice Reloaded. The next one here, this one was from Warner Bros. They sent over a free copy of this collection to let you guys know this one was available. And this is the Adult Swim show, Robot Chicken, the complete series here. Now, this is now the whole series of the show. So this show ran from, so when did it run from? I think it was 2005 to 2022, I believe, is when it ran through. I think that was the end of it. It has on here, though, most recently nominated in 2022 for Outstanding Short Form Animated Program on here. But I'll show you guys, though, a look inside here. But this is all the seasons, all of the episodes here of the show. Let's see, how is this? Let me just, one thing popped off here. Let me just put these down. So let's see how they're on here. So be careful with this one. I think they're on. If I get this one in, you gotta see how they're on here, guys. You kind of have to push this one. Does this one maybe go here? Maybe that's what it is. I think that's probably what it is. Yeah, that disc has. Yeah, that's what it is. Season 1. Yeah, I moved these over. So, but here's a look, though, inside here. There's lots of discs in here. So here I'm just kind of readjusting things. But how many seasons does this show go for? So it's 11 seasons. So all 11 seasons here of the show. This is one of the, and basically, if you guys have never seen it, it's kind of a stop motion animated, kind of like David and Goliath and you know, Gumby, and that kind of a look, and it's all kind of parodies of pop culture things like Scooby-Doo, Batman, kind of everything that kind of came out between, you know, 2005 and 2022. The next ones here, these ones were all from Kino Lorber, and there's a bunch of new releases here to let you guys know that were available. This first one is from the Kino Studio Classics line. It's one here called The X, which stars Yancy Butler. This is one that I remember, you know, seeing years back. This came out in 96. And, you know, Mark Lester directed this one. Larry Coen, you know, who wrote The Stuff, and, you know, a bunch of different films, was, you know, the writer of the film here. And this one has on here, though, interview on here with Yancy Butler, interview with actor Nick Marciano, and a theatrical trailer on this one here as well. The other one here, and this is one that you don't hear about too often. Then this is a movie that was from William Friedkin called Rampage. And this includes the 4K and the Blu-ray of the film. And this is one that you don't hear about too much, and it includes on here too the theatrical cut. And so it has an original cut on here, and then it has a theatrical cut. So, and then the one cut was from 87 and the other cut was from 92. One was 96 minutes, the other was 91 minutes on here. Has a commentary on here with film historian Howard S. Berger and Nathaniel Thompson on both edits of the movie. It has interview on here with Alex MacArthur. It has on here interview with true crime writer Howard Schechter, as well as a theatrical trailer on this one here as well. The other one from Kino is from the Kino Cult line. This is one here called Death Packs a Suitcase. This is a Jess Franco movie. And this one was from 1972. And this one has a commentary track on here with Troy Horworth and Nathaniel Thompson on this one. And this is one documentary here on, you know, basically on the creator of, you know, Sherry from Lamb Chop series. And I always remember, for some reason, when I think of Lamb Chop, I don't know why, like, it's so strange, like, the way I always am with, like, thinking of things or remembering things. Anytime I think of Lamb Chop, I always think of this store called Service Merchandise. And I don't know why, but in my brain, like, I always remember Service Merchandise. So I think there was, like, they were selling, like, Lamb Chop VHSs there or something like that. I doubt anybody remembers that store. It was one of those weird kind of places where you would go in there and, like, you would have to get a ticket for pretty much all the items. And then you have to go to this thing at the end, and then they would get out of the back and they'd roll it on this thing. I think that place, they all closed probably like 20 plus years ago. But basically, if you guys are a fan of Lamb Chop, this is a documentary all kind of on the, you know, the creator of Lamb Chop, who, you know, Sherry, who was, you know, basically who had the Lamb Chop puppet on here too. The next one, this is from Kino as well. And this is from the movie, I think it's from the line called Curator's Films, but it's Kino, another release from Kino, and it's a movie here called Free Time. This is basically about someone who kind of decides to, you know, quit his job and kind of basically kind of gotten tired of working and wants to kind of feel like he's not really doing things and getting out and doing the things that he wants. So basically he decides to quit his job and kind of go and do whatever he wants and kind of have all this free time. He starts to kind of realize, though, one of those things where, well, he has so much free time, what he's supposed to do with himself. So it becomes one of those kind of things. It has on here, though, commentary track, bloopers, behind-the-scenes footage, deleted scenes, and a theatrical trailer on this one. And the last one here, this one was from 101 Films, and this one, just keep in mind, is Region B locked, so you guys have to have a region-free player that can play Region B for this one. But it's a movie here called Halloween here, Phil Clayton's Halloween, and this has Michael Pare in the movie. If you guys watch my film Desert Fiends, you can see Michael Pare in the movie as well. And this is an interesting movie. It's basically, though, about this person. It's kind of like it kind of has a Halloween kind of feel to it. And basically, when this kid was young, he ended up killing these people, gets arrested, and it kind of starts this whole thing of like all these people who are fans of like clowns dressing like, it's like a whole thing going on when this the kid that was the killer is like older. Like this whole thing starts where people are dressing like clowns, and you kind of know something weird is going to happen. And of course, then he breaks out of the nut house and he's going after people. And Michael Pare is kind of the investigator trying to find him, kind of like the Dr. Loomis kind of character per se. But it has on here, though, a commentary track on here, making a featurette, deleted scenes, and a trailer on this one. But anyway, though, guys, that was all for the review portion of this video. Like I always say, if you guys enjoy these videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.